Could we have foreseen this? Is this rework or a project scope creep? All of these questions, are they worth asking now, or must we go ahead and just fix what we need to fix and move on? Guys, we have a problem here, but we are dealing with it. But I wish we had seen it sooner. We're trying to access our land, and then we realize that our access gate is so small. This will now hinder access of the trucks into our land. Saying that we're going to be constructing, then it's going to be a problem. It's even difficult for us to access our land now that we want to install the gate. So today we are trying to fix that. Hello guys, welcome to Goodness Living. This is Tobile. So today we are here again at Toyane. So we're supposed to be finishing installing our perimeter fence. As you can see, the perimeter fence, but unfortunately we have not, and we are not going to finish today. We're supposed to finish today, but we are not going to be finishing today because the guys did not come today. At night we had storms, severe storms, heavy rains. So the guys were thinking that even today it's going to be raining, so they ended up not coming. So they said they're going to be coming tomorrow. But apparently, if we look at the weather forecast, we are told that it's going to be raining almost the whole week. So therefore, the guys would need to really calculate in terms of how they're going to work. Because according to the weather forecast, it's going to be raining. It's going to be raining, but in the afternoon, like from 3 p.m., it's going to be raining. Otherwise, if the guys can come and work in the morning. So today, what we are doing, we realized that to turn into our property, the space is small. So I'll show you how small the space is. So now we're trying to extend. We wanted a TLB to come and help us, but we were expecting for a TLB to come yesterday, but they did not come. So now we just brought manpower to manually do it. It's going to take a little bit longer than it would have if we were doing it through a TLB, because we could have a wider space. But we have to do it manually because we can't wait for a TLB, because we are told that for a TLB, so we'll be able to get a TLB in 2 weeks time. Meanwhile, we need to finish that section. So I'm going to show you how tight the space is to get to access our property, where the gate would be. So that's another thing that was going to delay us, but we're doing what we can do to try and see how to expand space. So we've even spoken to the neighbors to try and trim part of their property so that it allows for us to have access. So I'm going to show you where we are trimming. It may look like that probably when we get either a TLB or a grazer, to trim a bit from our neighbor's property to allow us to have enough access. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here we've opened, this is our car, we've opened the doors. So you see the doors are overlapping onto where the perimeter fence is supposed to be. Luckily we don't have the fence yet, so that's basically the problem that we are experiencing here. But obviously we're not going to be stopping here, but we are hoping as we expand the space a bit, then we'll be able to have more space. Because if there was a perimeter fence installed already, we would not have been able to open the door like that. So the guys, what they're doing here, they're just trimming a bit. So we've asked the neighbors, this is our neighbors' plot or land, so we've asked them if they can allow us to just cut a bit to allow for us to expand the access road into our property. So we just asked them to just give us a little bit of space. But I'm thinking, because as you can see here with the poles, then it's kind of like difficult to maneuver. I'm thinking that probably when we bring in the grazer, we would need to cut just slightly along the neighbor's property. Just cut slightly. Maybe there where there is a tree, we may not do that. But where there is no tree, then we can be able to just cut like slightly to allow us to be able to expand our access road. because big trucks here and the buses, if we wanted the buses to have access here, would be a problem, unless if we have to really ask the neighbors to just give us like a small piece to allow for us to expand more of our access road. So that's basically what we're doing here. So I want to join the guy. I've given you context. Oh guys, the sun burned me. I'm tanned. So even though I've been trying so hard to put sun protection, put the hat, put the scarf and things like those, it burned me. But today it's hot, but the sun is just been covered by the clouds. There's a cloud cover, but it's extremely hot. So I wanna be useful as well. So I wanna join the guys. I wanna see what it is that I can actually do. Yeah, let me join the guys. Let's go. Let's join the guys and be able to see how we can be able to help them. Got the guys. So this is basically what we're doing. Trying to expand that corner. It would have been easy if we had a TLB, but the TLB is not there. So I've gotten more guys we've gotten more guys to help us with this section so that we expand it. So that's what we're doing.
Oh, but you know, then I have one pretty good thing. No, I'm not in late. I won't run who and discuss. Discuss of Lala straight.
And the pretty one now.
Don't go.
Eh? Go over the money there. Push away. Put in. Okay, put in. Okay.
Then we can move and get or something. Kunomgodi lana nisawufuna lo mgodi vele. So ufaka kuona ngithi ulontuzana. Ufaka kuona uyabona umgodi. Maybe abawumboze mboza ngestina. Let me just help you. Creating access road, expanding expanding access to our gate because the space is too narrow to get into our gate. Ideally, TLB would have worked better, but we have to make do with what we can.
Actually, we have a human TLB.
Who's the human TLB? Is that you? The guys. So I just hope that it doesn't rain before the guys could actually finish. Lilo ke liyaduma nje like yabona.
Buya nje kwamahlabathini ngala. Ala kona ndathi.
So guys, we are just talking about the weather, that it looks like it's gonna be raining soon. So, and we've just begun with this work. So hopefully it's just gonna give us grace and we are able to finish And then we're talking about, the guys are talking about thunder, that it sounds like it's thundering in the background. And I got a drop of rain on top of my head. So yeah, I'm just hoping that it will hold back a bit so that we can be able to finish. So that's basically what we're talking about with the gentleman over there. So we created this road. Let me just show you. We created this road because it was here before installing this portion of the fence. The road was here, but at the same time we expanded this stand. We expanded it and we moved it from there to here, and then we moved our road, which was starting from there to now there. But we also since realized that to turn, see there's the car there, to turn from here to here, it's kind of like difficult. So we're still going to be wanting the trucks to come here, so it's going to be a problem. That's why we're trying to expand this section of the road. That is exactly what we are trying to do. Hopefully with this expansion we'll be able to, it will allow for the trucks and all the other big heavy vehicles to be able to enter. Even for small vehicles like this is my husband's truck, we're struggling to get in here. Yes, we can get in, but if like we had actually completed, because you see we're supposed to have the fence and the gate just right here, it becomes a problem. So I think even this portion will help us to be able to turn a bit wider than to just come straight. So but I think going that way would help to trim a bit as we go that side. So yeah, that is basically what we're doing today. So the guys that are installing did not come. They were supposed to finish today, so because of the rains they didn't come. As you can see it was raining at night. That pool of water is an indication of the rains that we had at night. It was extremely hot, and then at night then it rained. It's a bit drizzling now, but not much. I'm just hoping that, as I was just explaining to you, that it will hold up. But there's a little bit of thunder in the background, we can just hear it. But I'm just hoping that it will hold up until we, maybe it just gives us 2 more hours. I'm just hopeful. So fun enough, it was extremely hot, and then the ground was dry. Now it just rained. I think because it was extremely hot, that's why it rained at night. It was not just little rain, it was like heavy flows of rain. I actually thought that it was going to be flooding. So I just want to see where we dug for water, to get water to use on site for construction, and also to build the perimeter fence, as to whether that was not washed away by the water that we had at night. So I'm going to the stream just now. So yes, so now there is organization. You can't just walk just about anywhere. You have to now use the gate. So I'm passing by the gate. This is our gate. The walking gate. So that's the gate behind me. So this is stream. So luckily this was not washed away by heavy rains, and the water is just still here. See, there's a hole here. This is where we get water. So the water enters from that side. As you can see, the water is flowing. There's water there. It flows down that side, that way. So the water is here. looks like crystal clear water. See, as you can see, this is the water. So this is where we're getting this water for the perimeter fence when they wanted to mix concrete. So this is where they dug. So it's just helpful. It's not washed away. So this is how the weather is now. Looks a bit overcast, but it's still hot. That's why I'm sweating. But at least the cloud cover covers the sun, and then makes these trees, they just make the place look so nice. Yeah, this is where the stream is, and then there's our space, you see. So if this was proper river. So if it was proper river, but in any case, we still get water if you want water for whatever, maybe not for drinking, but for other purposes. Because if we had to get water for drinking here, it would need a lot of treatment. Yeah. Let me go back. I'm wiping the sweat. Going back. So yeah, this is quite nice. So I just love the fact we were able to do this. There is more work still coming. This is just a drop in the ocean of what we've done, but it is a lot. Because when we came, this land needed a lot of fixing up, because we had old houses here, we had a lot of shrubs here, and then we had to do the excavations for where we're gonna put the houses. And now we're putting the fence. We had to get our access road in, because you couldn't access the area, and then build the storage and added a room. Now we dug for the toilet, and then we dug for where we're gonna have the cottage. Also here where we're gonna have the main house. So basically, it looks like, if you are expecting the final outcome, obviously the houses, then you will be discouraged. But if you're looking at all the things that you have actually done here, you shouldn't be discouraged. Even I am not discouraged, because with what we have here, we can come and stay here. You can literally come and stay here with what we have. You can either bring the caravan and stay in it, or yeah, there's a way of coming to stay here if you wanted to stay here. Let's say we didn't have a place, a primary place, main residence. We could literally come and stay here. Just get water, and then we'll be good to go. So hence that's why I'm saying I'm really happy. Now we can plant, then we can have vegetables. I'm coming from the stream, that's why I'm huffing and puffing. So yes, I wonder what my son is doing. Let me show you. What are you doing, baby?
Building a pit like this.
Oh, you're building? Ah, my son is building. Look at that. It's to me. So that's, you're digging. Good boy. Good boy. Mustn't hurt yourself though. See, as you are digging, you must make sure that you don't hurt yourself. You want to dig a hole? Okay. Let me leave you alone whilst doing that, but don't hurt yourself, okay?
A house.
Oh, you're building a house, your own house? Okay. Okay.
Right there, remember?
Okay. Compacting.
So the human field bridge.
Mm.
what they did in China.
Mm.
The development of China, they banned machinery. Everybody in the villages. When everybody then they bought machinery, everybody had a job.
Wow. Does help though. It does help though with creating jobs, more jobs then, because when you bring in machinery.
Fiber left from it, although there's a digging machine that can do it, employ 500 people. You pay the same amount.
Because with a machine you pay one company. So this is how far we've done it. So yeah, we're just still hoping the drain. We just chill.
Come is it now? How many more hours do you think?
Okay, let me just. Why does it look like we have a lot of these locusts that are 2 by 2?
They dominate the other types of locusts. If vegetation above for me.
So do they eat vegetation?
Yeah.
But why are they mating or what?
Mating, the male is always small.
Oh. But if we plant, would they not affect our veggies? Because I see a lot of them here.
It depends what you've planted.
Island. Okay.
Alila ngali belifuna ukubulala umuntu. Ngoba belingani beduma kuphela. Imvula ibingekho bekhona izulu lona. Umbani lo oshisayo futhi. Ungathi balele melushisa meliphayi.
So guys, it has started raining more seriously than it was earlier, and it looks like it's gonna disturb us because we're still far from finishing. We're hoping that it will give us some time before it really rains, but now it has actually started raining. So but let me show you what we've done so far to create access. You see, it's not hot, funny enough, but it is now raining. Just want to show you what we've done, but I think I'm more grateful. I'm more happy to have rain than the sun. Obviously, even though the rain disturbs, but I think it's better than to just burn. So but let me show you what's happening at this point. So I'm not sure whether the guys are going to be able to continue with the rain. So, because we're putting soil there, we've just temporarily partitioned with using the blocks so that the sand doesn't go to where we don't want it to go. So this is how far, and look at how far they've dug this side. So this is how far they've actually dug here, and putting more soil here. Ideally, if we had TLB, we would have wanted to put soil up until that point. Actually, we'll try and push more soil even to this other area. So once eventually we are going to get the TLB to help, TLB or the grater to help, just to level up this area to look much more nicer. But for now, because we wanna do this for the gates purposes, that's why we're doing this. So this is what we have done so far, and this is how they've actually dug using hands. Must be heavy on them, but because we can't get the TLB now, that's why we're doing this. Otherwise, if we could get the TLB, we would not do this. Yes, we'll get it, but not now. Apparently they told us 2 weeks. So yeah, we are still here now creating access. Things that you didn't plan. You know, with projects, there are always project creep, project scope creep. It always comes. Things that you did not expect, like this section. We didn't expect that. But as we try to access here, now that we're putting the gate, then we realize that it's problematic. Before it was easy to just come in without the poles, without the perimeter fence, which is now making us realize that our space is not sufficient. So yes, it's hot, but at the same time it's drizzling. So yes guys, so that's what's happening around here. That is definitely what's happening around here. The place looks so nice as it's not hot, being overcast a bit, but still hot. But we are here working. Yes, working. That's how the place looks like. So guys, the weather or the rain just held up a bit, so we are still here. The guys are still continuing. So that's that. See, there's the guys. They are still busy there. They're continuing with excavating. So one guy has actually left without even telling us where he went. Maybe he just felt like it was too much work. So, but look at what they've done. They've excavated this whole section to put the sand in this area, or the soil in this area. So I think one thing that I'm learning from this exercise is that when you get land, if possible, get land that doesn't need a lot of preparation. Our land requires a lot of preparation because it's not a flat land. It is a slopey land. Not too slopey, but it is slopey, so it needs to be prepared. It's unlike flat land, because when you have flat land, you don't have to, even with the decisions that you had to make about access and all of that, would have been much easier. But because our land is not flat, so excavation is always required if we want to do anything. If we want to build, we need to excavate, things like that. So that is it, guys. But we are still continuing. The rain just held up a bit longer than we thought. It was according to the weather forecast, it was supposed to be here by now, but it has just held up. We're still here and the guys are still continuing. So yes, guys. So look at the excavation that they've done to create the access to our yard. This is our yard. This is supposed to be the gate. This portion here, this is where we're gonna put the gate. So we're just expanding so that it's easier to turn, especially for the trucks. So because we couldn't get the TLB to do this, so we had to ask the guys to do it manually. We're still gonna get the TLB to add more sand and move things around, but because we were urgent to create the gate, we couldn't wait for the TLB. The TLB will come and do other things and fill up the other spaces where we could not fill the soil. But the guys have done so well. Look at that. Look at that. So they've created all of this space whilst trying to get soil to add there. Then they've actually also created space to turn. Yeah, it'll be easy. And also the rain just held up again for us. We were expecting rain to start pouring earlier, but it just held up. So it's now in the afternoon, so we're expecting rain to start at 3 p.m. but now it's already past 4, so which is a good thing because that allows us to actually finish what we actually intended to do. So that is it, guys. So this is exciting. Guys, we are done. Look at that. This section looks like it's a small section, but it's a bigger section because when you look at what the gentleman did, look at that. All of that was excavated by hand because we didn't have the TLB, just to create that space for access. See, our gate is much bigger now. This is where they're gonna put the pillars. See, this is the next pillar. They'll put this top one. This was just a marker to create a gate here. So that is basically what they are going to be doing. So it is a lot of work that has been done today. So it is basically a wrap. The guys are tired. We are all tired. So, and some of us are going back to work. We're gonna go back tired. You know, when you've been on leave, the expectation is that you must be fresh, but it doesn't look like we'll be fresh. So, but this was fulfilling. So this is basically what we've done. So yeah, this was a great work. So obviously we're still gonna get the TLB to cover all of this section, but just for us to be able to create a gate. That's why we did this. That is what. Yes, guys, we are actually done. As I've explained, this is what the guys were actually doing, creating access for our gate. That is what we did today. It's a lot of work. manual work. This could have been done by TLB, but the TLB machine was not working, was not functional, so hence we had to ask for manpower to do it manually. But in any case, they actually enjoyed it as well because it created opportunities for them. Because people here in this area, they actually, most of them are not working, so to get piece jobs like this, as much as it's hard labor, it's difficult, but they really appreciate it because they get something out of it. So, and thank God that the rain held up, so we were able to do what we were able to do, because we were worried about rain. That rain was going to come even before we could finish. So now when it comes at night, just pray that it doesn't wash this area, but in fact it helps compact the area instead of washing it. So yes, this is really exciting, guys. To be able to see what we have actually done, it's exciting. I think words can't express enough, but believe you me when I say this is exciting.